Alright, well, welcome to this week's video. So tonight we're doing a little bit something different. Needless to say, we have an experiment that we want to do. So we kind of need to, this is like a field trip, and we're going to get prepared for this one. Because, you want to tell them what we're doing?
Absolutely, but it's secret.
You want to hold that?
Alright, I got this. So don't tell anybody. Not like it's on YouTube or anything. Shh. Let's go. You ready?
But we got to get a little dressed up for this one.
That's right. We're gonna sneak in.
So, alright.
You ready? Here we go.
Here we go.
Okay, you guys ready?
Uh-oh.
Pick the lock. Alright, we made it in.
Okay, for tonight we needed a space a little bit bigger for our thing, so we had to go find a place off grid, and we're now going to do a setup for tonight's video. So we're going to switch over to that,
And be a little less inconspicuous this time for setting up
right.
our layout.
So, all right. All right, so
Ta-da!
tonight's video, we have this theory we want to know. What we want to know is for a layout, most everybody's using 104 and 120 radiuses. So they don't make R120 turnouts. So if you're on the outside turn and you want to keep going straight, how is that going to work and how does that look?
You gotta do something like this.
Yep, so right there is what they usually do, something like that to go off table, off to the next mod. So we're going to try and keep going straight, but our theory, what we want to try is a R104 and try and put in a couple little extra pieces and then continue with a R120 and see how that looks going into that. And see if we can get straight and if we can hit the same, exactly on the same edge.
And over here, one of the concerns is because you're using the tighter radius for the switch track, it causes a little bit tighter over here, even though you're only using the one 104 piece and the rest are 120s. Just because that one piece is a little bit tighter, it's not going to line up here correctly. So Brick Tracks makes a track pack of one stud, 2, 4, I think also 8s pieces. Yep. So that way you can kind of finagle without having to use a flex track. That's it.
Everybody hates flex track. I won't use it. Anyway, so that's what we're doing. That's the whole goal for tonight. So
don't worry. Even though you're over there, we're going to get close-up shots as we're connecting pieces so you can see where the little stuff might fit in, where stuff's not working. So if you do want to do this in the future, you can learn from our mistakes.
Yes. All right, shall we?
Yep, let's grab switch track. I'll grab the 120.
This one I got off of Tricks Bricks.
Oh, that might have been.
So Brick Tracks, Tricks Bricks, all good places to get 3D printed and injected molded tracks.
Yeah, my rails themselves are Brick Track. They are injection molded. The ballastine is a single piece. Well, it's actually two pieces underneath this 120 radius, but it's a single molded. Actually, I take that back. It's a single 3D printed piece for each half. And then when you put it on, you're not having to fight with all the individual little pieces falling off, especially if you go to a show. That can be problematic. Now, what do you think? We're going to have to do like two of these and then a straight,
Yep,
and then two.
Let's put all that in there and let's just see where it normally would fit or fall in place.
Okay. And for your reference here, all of this colorful stuff that you see is hidden by all of the track and ballast. So that's why I'm not worried about making this whole thing green and then a double. Are we getting to the tip of the day already?
I think
Jeez,
so.
Wow.
That didn't take long.
Yeah, it didn't take long at all. Because I'm using the 3D printed and it has support all the way across, I don't have to put tile all the way down the middle of this. The drink of the day. So that worked out really. It saves me tile cost
Yes.
because I'm using that. So yeah, let's start off with 2, 2, and looks like another 2.
Give me another 2. Let's see where we're at.
Okay.
Connect that one.
I can already see
Yep,
we're tight on that spot already. Oh yeah, we should set a baseline, huh? Where does this take us to?
Okay.
So all connected.
All connected. You can see it comes up to there. You can see the different radius there.
And let me get up close
And
for y'all.
we'll take a couple pictures here as we go. So the real question is...
We'll connect back up in there for a second. Oh yeah, that's a good point. We could come out from that side over there.
Yep.
And as you can see here, we're about 3 studs over, well, maybe 2, but 2 or 3 studs off from lining
where we
up.
should be.
So let's experiment with put some straight in. That was a good idea to put a couple straights right where your hands are at right now.
Yep. So we need to maybe put in 1.
You think a full 4?
Well, let's see here. This is actually what? 8. This is an 8.
Oh, 8, sorry.
So you can see we're off a little bit right there.
That's like perfect. Only
That's
one
really
stud.
close, but you see how this jogs a little bit too much right there?
Well, what I mean is this lines up right on the rails, just 1 stud too much.
Yep. So let's go ahead and connect this in. Let's go ahead and get some more. All these wonderful pieces. Here's a 7.
Also, when we brought it over, it was still a little bit too long.
Maybe.
All right, let's look at each individual connection point and see if we're stressing anything.
Doesn't look like we're stressing, but you can see we're off on the tile right here.
But the tile work, I'm not too concerned about because that's all adjustable.
It is adjustable, but that's a good base line to be at. You know what I mean? So, the other question would be...
Oh, does it maintain?
Maintain. So
between?
it's supposed to be 6. So I just have a 2x6 tile. And it's supposed to be...
Well, 8. But 6 between the ballastine.
Oh,
like
yeah.
the 3D
So it needs to
printed
be
ballastine.
8. Grab the green
But
right there, will you?
It's 6 between the 1 ballast off. So if you go down here between the 3D, it's a little bit big there.
How's it down there? It should be right where it starts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Right in between. And then that's right about here. About two
Where...
pieces of track is where it starts to get wider.
Okay. So let's adjust it right here. And let's put in a 6. Doesn't feel like it wants to do 6 though.
Now, what if you did 6 and 1?
Okay. That looks better. That actually looks a lot better.
Okay, so that's 6 on the far side, 1 on the close side, And you can see with that 2x6 tile, though, we're still not to a similar radius.
Yeah, right here, because of that being a 104, and it goes to that 120, it's a little bit off. It's like this. It's like this, actually, where it goes kind of in and then goes back out. But it's actually not too bad. And this keeps on its normal path. Yep, it does. So we can keep going straight like that with this track. And on here, it actually lines right back up, and you just need a 2 on that end.
Which matches because we got a 6, right?
Yep.
And normally off the switch track, you would need an 8 anyway. Right?
Yes, you would. So right there is perfect.
Now on a train layout at a show, the reason for this would be that you could put in a Y, so not where one track stays straight and the other one jogs off, but a true Y where it curves out on both sides, and you could do that in reverse over here.
Right? Yes, you could. You could. Yeah, I like this right here. The I wish this was a 120, and maybe one day they'll make a 120 for that. But it does work. The other thing is, I've seen that with the 40s, where trick bricks will actually make this one, so it will go straight across this one to keep going too. But it's a R40 layout. It'd be cool if I could do this for a R120. Keep that going straight and going right through it, so you could have 2 for your main line. Keep going around.
Now, I wouldn't say that this is problem solved.
No.
As far as track, like purchasing the track that you need.
Yeah.
Like it'll do the job.
Yeah, it'll do the job. Definitely, it'll do the job. You'll get what you want. You can have your main line going off, or branch line, what they call it, going off to go do something else, which is really cool. I've never seen one like this. I've always seen them like that for a main line right on a corner, where they'll go and they'll do another main line over here, so they'll have 2 loops going. But that little jog, I don't like that. I like this where it looks more natural, where it just keeps going straight itself.
And really, I don't think at this point we got it down to 1 set over.
Yeah.
On the radius split.
Yeah.
Really, I don't think, especially when the tiles moved over, it'll look off. I think it'll just still look natural.
Yeah, it'll still look natural. I think the train will still look really natural going around it.
Yeah, I've got a train.
I know. I was just gonna say we should get that bad boy out there.
I didn't bring batteries though. Can't light it up. Hey, you brought your train too.
I brought my train. Only thing is mine's got we're filming on my phone right now. Can't run mine. Yep. No issues.
Is that just a little? Now this is. Well, we fixed most of the bounce on
most of it, yeah.
I was just noticing it was a little bouncy. No, that was fine.
It's fine. The curve seems to be curvy enough.
That sounded like a steam train. would be more of a diesel.
There you go.
So now this is not the ideal switching end result that we would want, right?
No.
So we're looking more for a true dedicated 120.
Correct. This is more for if anybody's ever wondered and thought and thinking, how do I make that branch line? This is what this is for. That's possible. It's not a real true fix, but it works. It definitely works.
And it does look good.
And yeah, it's not bad at all.
And from a purchasing standpoint, do you remember how much that switch cost you?
Right offhand, I want to say something like $20 ish.
Okay,
But
So-
then just remember your extra parts.
exactly. You're more like 40 because you're having to buy the
Yeah.
track pack.
So you got a three, a single, and a double right there. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4 additional parts you need, plus the switch.
And I'm talking 40, like if you're not going to use the rest of the track pack.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people probably will at some point.
I've always found, at shows and stuff, weird things, you'll just find out that, especially if people don't walk their tracks down, you'll find errors where you need just a little, like a one piece or a two, double or triple sometimes. So, yeah, I always find needs for them.
Okay.
So,
Now, if I was just purchasing, this is just kind of like thinking ahead, right, for future buyers.
yeah.
So Tricks Brakes. If I'm the type of buyer that I'm purchasing just what I need, like basically no extras, like I don't even buy the extra Lego, living in a tight space, etc. I'm going to want to buy just the 120 switch track.
Yes.
So
That's where I would.
there is an
Be more
argument to be
fair.
made to say, hey, we still need
Yes.
just the switch track, not the combination.
Correct. Because that way, especially like right here where it's ballasted with the tiles. So say he went from one show to another show, and he put this in one show but not the next. Well, you can see these are off on this side, a little heavy on this side. Whereas if he, if he was able to just take out the one section and put in the other, that would still line up perfect. That's probably where it'd be more beneficial and cost-wise if buying one piece versus 4 additional pieces. So,
And at that point, I would probably not tile, like if that was my layout and I was
Yeah.
making it dynamic,
yeah,
I wouldn't tile the same way I did over here because I would be pulling it on and off for
Yeah.
different shows.
or have a different base that goes right underneath those two, just for the different shows.
You could throw your train on there too.
Yeah, we should do it. Let's switch the cameras really fast and let's get mine up there running.
Yeah, let's get some action shots. I think it's going to work out great.
I think so too. I can't wait to implement this on my layout.
Uh-huh. Sweet. It's awesome. Did you hear that? Did you hear anything?
Yeah. Oh no, someone's here. We got to go next week.